So the story starts with our main character, Gimpy. He's the pet of a college girl who is throwing a party. Due to a mixed drink mixed-up, Gimpy's tank ends up getting filled with a spilled drink containing a spiked drink, and he's presumed dead by his owner, and she quickly flushes him, and he ends up flushed in the ocean, where he wakes up in a new world with all these new opportunities and filth and no filter that he's never seen before. As far as the story goes, focus on Gimpy's journey throughout his life. He has no filter, and there are no more sheltered environment, no more four walls. He has so much adventures and action and losses and loves and all kinds of things he'll face. And the story continues around Gimpy growing, adjusting or not, and just living life and showing us that if you're with your friends and you're together, no matter what life throws at you, you'll make it. You might not make it in one piece, but you'll make it.
So I really got into the early development of the show, so I got to see, like pre-settings and things like that. There was concepts about scripts and things like that, but what it really came down to for hooking me was the jokes, the lines, the puns, the tertiary, all the jokes that were just layered within the actual show, within the scripts, within the backgrounds. It was just a hook. Back when we were growing up, that's kind of what you look for. It's what the best shows were about.
What got me hooked on the show is honestly its originality. It is another raunchy animated comedy. We've seen a few of those before, but set under the sea, especially with these very dynamic characters that we have, it sold me immediately. It's incredibly hilarious and interesting. The way that each character is very different and how they mesh and clash against each other for comedic effect, it captured me instantly. It really connected with me. I was like, this is something big. Like, this is a real show. I would sit there and I'm mad that it's not already out yet. Like, I want to watch this, And so once I had that kind of feeling overwhelm me, I was like, I want to help this happen. I want to make this work. How can I, use my skills and implement, what I can, use my inputs to make this happen.
With our story, we have Gimpy, who gets picked up by three friends, the Reef Gang: Gary, Finley, and Flips. Finley's that sarcastic guy that you keep around because he knows just when to stir the pot and just when to put it back together. Gary's your tough guy who acts macho, leader, keeps the group together, but he really just wants some peace and quiet. And then you got Flips, who he's more of a character who always knows what not to say at the wrong time. He's like, guys, come on, like, it's gonna be great, guys, I promise. Or, oh, come on. Lover of food, doesn't really have manners. He always is the group clown, I would say. He's not a clownfish, though. That's a very important distinction to me, at least. So, and the characters they meet, there's friends, they have the bosses, and there's a lot of other random characters. Another random character I play is Henry the Hermit. He's kind of a mystery, and he's just always around in the background. He might literally be in the background, or he might pop up, and he's kind of that grizzled.
What's shaking, Puff Daddy?
He has no shell, and so he's homeless, and so I think that's hilarious, me personally. I had the idea in 2017, and I drew 5 cartoon fish on a piece of paper, and I joked, and I was like, hey, we can turn this into a cartoon, we can make this into a show, and then I just kind of kept going. I've worked on the idea since then and brought in more people, studied more about art, learned more about the writing process, learned about audio, met musicians, met editors, met people who could teach me different things, even if it was only for a short amount of time. Learned animation, something I never thought I would be originally responsible for. Learned about art style, learned a lot about color. That's a joke people will say. Color theory is wild, and if you ever want to look it up, you really should. These characters are relatable. It takes our world, puts it underwater, and makes you, oh, okay, they're fish, but also, oh man, I relate. I get that. Everybody who works on this show believes in it. They're here because they have a passion for what they do, and they inspire me to work harder, to be better, to learn more, to become a true, dedicated person to this type of craft. And to me, this story is me. It is us. It is the heart and soul of what we're doing here. And we want to give you guys an opportunity to enjoy cartoons again. And we want to tell a story that we believe in. And we want you to feel what we feel for it.